Today we are going to the Pueblo Mágico of Bernal, Querétaro, but first things first, we don't exactly know how we're going to get there. We're going to try to look for a taxi, there might be a bus, otherwise it's about a 20-mile walk. But we're going to Bernal.
Perfect training for your race.
Exactly.
Got a taxi.
38 minutes later, we made it.
Taxi driver's coming back for us at 3:30, so we have 4 hours. We hope. We have 4 hours. The rock here, the Peña de Bernal, is the third largest monolith in the world. Basically like the third largest stone rock structure sticking out of the ground.
Wow.
Way bigger than I remember.
Yes.
Way bigger than I remember.
Yes.
We said it's bigger than we remember because we have been before.
Yeah.
But it was several years ago, and we were here so fast.
It was part of our Querétaro road trip.
We were just...
Anyone remember that? I barely do.
We don't, obviously. So we wanted to come back since we were so close in Skiapen, and
we also rode like four-wheeler things
up there
when we did that. So we don't remember walking up it. But I felt like, oh yeah, like I want to go to the very top. There's no way.
Nah, I think we'll just stay down here this time.
Yeah.
We've seen no less than 15 signs for panaderias that have pan de queso. I don't know.
My two favorite food groups, pan y queso.
Juntos.
Y
Together.
vino.
Okay. Alright, let's try this world famous pan. It was 3 different types of cheeses. Did you catch which ones they were?
Requesón, panela y una más.
Ooh, and it's got cajeta, which is most similar to
Caramel.
caramel. Couldn't think.
Caramel. Some people say caramel. Don't befriend them.
I say cajeta.
Okay, let's see if you can show them this. I don't even know if you guys can see this. I'm afraid I'm going to drop it.
That's good. Oh, I get this piece, huh?
That's good.
Quality of the bread is good.
Yeah.
The cajeta is good. And obviously the cheese.
I feel like I told you this as we've been getting so much pan dulce over the last few days. We don't really ever get pan in Vallarta, but for some reason Central Mexico, it feels like a cold weather thing. I like when bread is like really, really moist and really dense. I don't really like it to be light and fluffy. I know that might sound weird. I feel like this is perfect.
It's delicious.
Yeah.
I don't know if you all have noticed in the shots or not, but when we first got here, it was super cloudy, and now there's not a cloud to be seen in the sky.
And the weather is just
perfect.
This is absolute bliss.
Turned out to be a good decision not to wear long sleeves or have
Yeah,
a jacket
you're
because
right.
it's just perfect. We thought those would be the perfect gift for our nephew.
Yeah.
How old is he?
He's 7 or 8. He goes to school that's fully in Spanish. It's like a fully immersive program. So I feel like this is the reason for any 7-year-old boy to learn Spanish to know what pedos de monja mean for Christmas.
What was the one we saw? It was like flatulencias celestiales or something?
Yes,
I don't know if I got that right.
That's exactly right.
In walking around Bernal looking for restaurants, we found mainly two different types of places. Gorditas and then like fancy rooftop places that had like steaks and had cortes. They weren't that expensive, maybe like 300 pesos a meal. But if you saw our previous video, we told you we're kind of on a budget this trip.
So Gorditas it is.
So we couldn't do the terraza with the fancy view, but if you come to Bernal, don't be on a budget like us. Spend the $15 for a nice fancy restaurant, because that's not even that fancy. And the views look I mean, I can't tell you from experience, but the views look incredible. However, Gorditas are, there we go. I think Gorditas are probably like the most typical food of Querétaro, at least that I see. I've got 2 barbacoa, a quesadilla barbacoa, and then chicken and salsa pasilla.
Yep.
Which I thought that was like raisin sauce, but she said black sauce.
No idea. I have no idea. I actually thought Gorditas sounded pretty good. I'm not a huge fan of Gorditas, but we had the best ones in Querétaro, so my hopes are set really high.
What kind did you get?
I got one with beans and one with chicken.
Oh.
They look really good. I might order a third.
Pretty good, not bad. I don't think Gorditas don't typically rank super high on my Mexican antojito list, but these weren't bad. $180 pesos and like 12 gorditas later. You couldn't even get a soup for that at the terraza. So I think we're living large by living on a budget. We are gonna head back into town though and see if we can find ice cream, right? Yes.
We saved enough in the bank for that. Beso de Hilary.
Did you get one?
We're gonna share because we're on a budget.
How many spoons did he give us?
One for me. That's really good. Beso de Angel. I can't remember what that is. We first had it in Guanajuato.
Yeah, that's what I think of.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. The
It's
kiss
delicious.
of an angel. And we also, on the bottom, we got ice cream, the higo, or fig ice cream. We'll have to touch base when we get there, but for now. Wow. That's good. Did you get one?
What's the verdict on the fig ice cream?
Never in my life have I had this. I'm gonna have to figure it to figure out if I like it or not.
You're gonna have to figgish it?
It's kind of like Finnish and fig. Actually,
Okay,
it's not my favorite.
Yeah, it had an interesting taste. I like
I
figs.
feel like when you first taste it, it's good, but then like the longer it sits on my tongue, the more my eyes want to water. Okay. No, I think I like figs better than this. Ooh.
What I'm about to say may already exist.
Your neck.
Is it pretty burned?
Yes.
It's surprisingly sunny out here for how
Cloudy it
cloudy
started.
it was this morning. My neck feels pretty hot. What I'm about to say may already exist, but I feel like Mexico should have different categories of the Pueblo Mexicos.
I said this
When?
a few days ago.
I don't remember that.
You're totally stealing my idea. So go ahead.
Okay, first of all, I think there's some that are better than others. So
Yeah.
I think there should be like
Class A.
Class A or B or something like that. But then I think, for example, Bernal, I don't know if it's like the best I've ever been to, we've ever been to, but it's really cool and it's a lot different than Tequisquiapan.
It's totally different.
Yeah. And I feel like if they had them categorized, or I don't know how they could do it, but it just feels good here. And I've actually read that the rock, there's some like interesting beliefs / maybe real things about like the energy of the rock, and people come here for the equinox.
Actually, I remember that on our tour in the Querétaro trip. We talked about that.
And I'm feeling the Bernal energy. It just feels good to be here.
That's the sunburn.
That's the sunburn.
No, it really does feel
something just on my neck feels really warm and
it does
nice.
feel really good. I think that's it, which means for now we're gonna have to leave you guys here. How was it?
What?
Like for now. We're gonna have to leave
I didn't
you guys
even.
here.
It was so good. I didn't even catch it.
Oh, I thought that was a good one.